Hi guys, Mr. Pink here from ValnirRockRP.com. I'm just at one of the monuments in Himmensland. Now, I did a previous video on one of the altars, but I actually got rid of that now, and this is going to replace it. So there is smaller altars around the map. As you'll see screenshots throughout the guides on ValnirRockRP.com and the Steam guide, which is on the official Valnir Rock forums, Steam forums that is. So here we are, Himmensland monument. Now, you can pay tribute to all gods at monuments. They're not specific to one. In a recent video, I believe that they each god had their own kind of monuments, but it doesn't work that way at all. They all kind of work with all gods. You maybe heard about the artifacts that can be found as well. They're difficult to find, and they're in places, as you can imagine, that you wouldn't imagine them to be. If you do find one, it is worth keeping. You can make a shrine with it in your base, and it does give you shards. Now, I do know that the shards that they give you are good for weaponry and things like that, improving weaponry. Now, I'm not sure if that's a feature that already exists, but it is something that the shards are defined for. And if it isn't available now, then it will be available later in the game, as the developers have already revealed. But I've not found a monument yet, so obviously I can't comment on it. I know exactly that, I know they exist, and I know exactly what you can do with them for now. So that is an actual fact. So hopefully that may help you if you've found one already. So don't sell it, don't sacrifice it, keep it. It gives you great power. I do believe certain ones have in excellent standing with the gods as well. So if you do find one, that's definitely, you want to keep hold of it, providing it's the right artifact that you require. In terms of the gods, obviously you can sacrifice items, as you already know. Now, you're wondering why I'm naked, no doubt. Well, I've kind of sacrificed most of the things I already own. And that's what I've been playing around, discovering what works, what doesn't. It does actually happen that different items can affect your standing with that god. So, if you want to follow a set god, for example, then of course you'll need to sacrifice the relevant items. Now, I've been following the boss, I keep calling them bosses, the gods. I've been trying to please the god of battle, power and ambition, which is Yggdrasil. May not be the correct pronunciation, but we'll go with that for now. Now, I've found that food, water, armour, and general beverages generally please that god. I do get quite an increase when I sacrifice those items. Some items more than others, more like armour and things like that seem to have a bigger weighting than like food and berries, but they all go in the right direction. They also influence Kurska, and she's the god of love, agriculture, fertility and sex. So they do influence that god as well. Not as much, they don't carry as much weight in with that god. They don't do anything with Tijo's soul. I'm not really sure what that god does as yet, but I know it's the god of, which it does say down here, forge, invention, trade and cunning. So I imagine it's probably something from that background that you need to sacrifice to please that god. But I've not explored that aspect yet, so we're not far off. It's got to be something along those lines. I do though understand that, and I have found that if you sacrifice weapons, that disagrees with all the gods. It seems to have different weighting with different gods in terms of how much it affects and upsets that god, but I know for a fact that all gods currently don't like that. So keep your weapons, even tools like pickaxes or axes. You don't sacrifice anything like that, because that will decrease your standing with that god. Now, obviously, if you go into the negative side of the gods, now I've not gone far negative yet, but I do understand that
sound muted.
If you go too far into the negative side, then you will, of course, face the wrath of that god. And this is where I believe the mythology creatures come into play. There is creatures around the map, werewolves, skeletons that carry shields and swords. I've already bumped into a few of those. I managed to run away, and that was literally just down the road from here, in kind of the swamps where Ferdoma exists in Valida. So we're here now in Himmensland, and this is one of the large monuments. Quite a beautiful monument, quite like it. So that's where we're up to now with the gods, religion and things. But I say, you find a monument, keep hold of it, treasure it, choose your god that you want to stick to. Also bear in mind as well that whatever you do, your actions throughout the game will reflect as well. So certain quests will also have a good standing with some gods. I also believe it will have a negative standing with other gods as well, depending on what the quest is. Killing people or NPCs, things like that. I do know as well that that can affect your actions, and obviously you're following with certain gods. So you've really got to think about the path you choose, and and how you want to go about it. If you're trying to keep an even standing with all gods, it is doable. You'll never have an even standing with all of them, so obviously some gods will favour you more than others, but as long as you're in the green with them all, or even neutral, I don't think you can go far wrong. But it depends how you want to play. If you want to be, quite a gangster, if you like, then you're probably going to go around killing all the NPC guards, sacrificing the wrong items, and then do whatever you can to displease. I'd be interested to see what the outcome is. I will explore that in future videos, but for now, that's more on the monuments and the altars, and also the gods as well. So that's me, Mr. Pink, from ValnirRockRP.com. If you have any requests or any feedback on the videos, please do let us know, and that's all for now. We'll see you in the next one.